Hello and welcome to Love and Skulls Tarot, your 3-card randomized tarot reading channel. This week I'm using the Tarot of the Dead by Knighton. This is the Llewellyn version of this deck, and it was $19.95 at some point, but I bought it used on a tarot trading Facebook group. Funny thing, I accidentally bought two at the same time because I've been looking at it, and I've since given one to a friend of mine, and then I opened up some of my tarot stuff where my oldest decks are to do the first readings for this channel and discovered that I had one of the original self-published number 32 of 100. Here's the back. Really cute. I love these skulls. I love the way they're done. This is an interesting deck mostly because it is very pastel. And usually when decks are skull based, they will not be pastel. Oh, I forgot about the dice, y'all. All right, so we got 2 dice. Let's get one out. Okay. Oh, it's going to be Spirit. Wow, that like threw itself. You guys can probably read. Can we get that? I don't think I can get this anywhere that will stay up. And that makes me completely crazy. So Spirit, right there. I will shuffle these. Full disclosure, I already made the videos, but I had one of the suits wrong because it just did not come up at all. So I'm redoing them. So now I've seen these cards a little bit more because the first ones I did, they were unshuffled. All right, disclaimer number 1. Tarot is for entertainment purposes only, cannot and should not replace a licensed professional's education and experience. Licensed professionals being doctors, lawyers, phlebotomists, firefighters, dog groomers, I think hairdressers. You get my point. Disclaimer number 2. I swear a lot and I talk about social issues, and I am of the opinion that all people should be equal and everyone deserves to eat, etc. So if that bothers you, if you think my politics is going to piss you off, I invite you to click off now. I'm certainly not offended, and let's save you from being offended. Also, if you don't want your kids to see someone like me, clickety-doo-dah-day. All right, one more shuffle because I'm just making a mess. I'm a little nervous that I'm going to drop the cards from this deck because it's very slick, and I've already thrown cards all over the room 3 times. Okay, let's take those there. All right, we are talking Spirit. And number 1, what is that? Ace of Reels, that's coins. Are you fucking kidding me? Holy cow. Oh God, for crying out loud. All right, you got some choices to make. Okay, I just gotta say this because if you watch what I've been reading in order, there is a lot about the material world. There is some heavy advice coming out to get your material world shit taken care of. And by taken care of, I mean find something that satisfies you, that can support you. This, again, these are all minor arcana, so it's not like a major life change, I would say. But if you're considering changing careers, I feel like I said this in a reading very recently. If you're considering changing careers, now would be a very, very good time. Or if you want to start a side hustle. And the reason I say side hustle is because, you know, you've got to start here and it's something material. And we'll come back and I will read these like a couple different ways. I've realized that with the 3 cards, it works best if I read them at least 2 or 3 different ways. Because with 3 cards, you can have so much difference. But we're not clarifying because 3-card reading is generally sufficient for a quick little this. These readings are meant to be under 10 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. You get your fix, you get out. With the Ace of Pentacles, there is a new material opportunity. And the reason I think it might be a side hustle is because you've got the 2 of Pentacles, reels, they're called reels, like film reels. You've got the 2 of Pentacles, which is a balance. You know, if you see it in the Rider-Waite, it's a juggler who has got those pentacles in balance with an infinity symbol around them. So it's kind of a perpetual motion machine of balance. This means that you could balance this pretty much in perpetuity. And with the 2 of Swords, pistols is swords, you'll have to make a decision and cut something away. So there is an opportunity. It's never a definite. Tarot works as things are now. This is the most likely occurrence. It is not, this is what will happen no matter what. Tarot is what could happen. You'll have to make a decision between probably a side hustle and your regular job. But there are some decisions that have to be made. First, whatever this material thing is, it could be building a house. I mean, that's a pretty big thing, but you know, building a house and being able to juggle building your house with your regular job, because everyone I've ever known who had like a custom house of any sort built, I mean, including just choosing paint on a brand new house, it overtakes their life. It could be something like you start a side hustle. Let's say you are a painter and you decide to make hilarious greeting cards, or just weird greeting cards. I would buy that shit, especially put googly eyes on it. And you do that as a side hustle. There would come a point where you'd have to cut something out. It doesn't mean you'd have to cut out your day job or your night job, whichever one you're doing. It means that there would have to be a decision made. Like if you do two things that could be potential side hustles, like let's say you are, what did I say? You're making the greeting cards, right? Because you can do that on Etsy. There's a shit ton of them there, and there are some really great ones out there. But you also love to do, say, needlepoint. You love to make needlepoint cushions, right? You are working on reupholstering your dining room chairs with needlepoint cushions. I'm trying to think of something that is heavily intensive work. And you quite honestly could do either of those things because you love to make the cards and you love to do needlepoint. It's possible that you're like, well, should I do needlepoint canvas design? Haha, because a lot of those are hand painted. If you do any kind of crafts like that, you know how fucking expensive needlepoint is. Or you could make these cards and sell them on Etsy, either of which you feel will give you some sort of side hustle type of cha-ching cash. I can't believe this is a card for Spirit. I can't believe I'm reading Spirit is all about money. Anyway, one of those two things, one of them would probably have to go. One would have to be cut out. And this is material world, and it's the start of a material thing. It's just screaming money at me though. It is screaming money. It could be because I'm looking at a big, I mean, they're film reels, so not even money, but they look like money to me. So what's going to have to happen is, in order to work the side hustle, you're going to wind up having to make a decision, and something's going to have to get cut away. You're going to have to choose kind of a one or the other. And you can balance your side hustle for a while, you know, and do all the things, but something's going to have to get cut away. This balance can happen with your regular day job or whatever. I don't know why I think this is a damn side hustle. Whatever is how tarot works sometimes. Whoever needs this reading is like, yeah, man, yeah. Whoever else does not give a shit is like, why do I waste my time on these? Anyway, there'll come a point where you're going to have to cut something away. I think personally you'll probably be successful because you've got an ace and a 2. Those are the beginnings of something very likely to succeed when it's pentacles. So you just can't do it all. I mean, and if you're like me, you want to, and then all of a sudden you hit a wall and inertia sets in and you're not doing anything because you did too much and you fucked your boundaries, and there you are. So you're going to have to come to a decision of moving forward. Now, of course, we all hit our wall differently, but you get what I mean. And thus concludes your 3-card randomized reading with Love and Skulls Tarot. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me.